wild nonsense. We got momentum, we'll try to stop it. Diamonds are clearer than my conscience. I don't let bygones be bygones. That's when I'm honest. Penthouse building, reach heaven's heights. Now that's what you call a God complex. Remember the days I was down low when it was out cold, but I went out and got it. Look at my milestones, when it feel like the Dow Jones. When you look at my pockets, look at the flex. Whipping the Teslas. I'm a mess. It's all a finesse. Oh, yo, stop it, quiet. If it's new, I didn't got it. See my jewels, shining, white diamonds, Miley Cyrus, private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, masterpiece. Body, young. Hey, I don't know no better. I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy. I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming. I'm ready. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy. I'm here to stay.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington.
Happy Friday. You got Earl Ellis, 58-year-old gamer from the south side of Chicago, streaming live to you on YouTube. You can check out your film work at EDE-63. First streaming today of football. Up first is Lice Block with Seattle. Let's get it on. We're streaming on YouTube, Big Daddy.
On the return, Deontay Harris. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. At their own 25-yard line.
I always played with New Orleans last 2 years, but I have Timothy Hill. Oh, well, thank you, then.
Carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. And
say what?
One heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a
long
way. That was pretty impressive.
I'm 58 years old, dude.
This is all about vision. He can see the play developing right in front of him. And once he's past the line of scrimmage and got a full head of steam behind him, he's just going to keep running.
I'm 58 years old. I'm just playing to be playing, dude. Somebody gonna win. 58. How you know that? Oh, okay.
On second down, Kamara. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is
okay, here we go.
set the edge.
This is how it starts.
Throwing on third down, Hill. Open man is Michael Thomas. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on third. First down, New Orleans. First down carry, it's Kamara. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Give him 3 on first down. It'll stop a 2nd and 7.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know you're trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On 2nd and 7, Hill. And incomplete. Force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the gun, Hill. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, that hurts.
Right there is the inauspicious auspicious start that they were hoping to avoid a turnover and the first possession.
So how long you been playing Madden?
Words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect.
Okay.
I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10.
I only been playing since it was invented.
To make the stop.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 10-yard line.
No, anybody can win on any given day. I've had people that ain't even ranked and played 4 games and beat me.
This is Carson. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Brings up 3rd and 7.
What? I don't know. I just be running my plays and hoping they get open. I be looking for trying to follow my blockers.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra
Nope.
defensive back on the field. Now it's Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a gain of 6.
At the end of the game, I'll be handing out the accolades, and I'll be showing you the ranking of my worthy opponent. How many what? Oh, I don't know the wins. I'm ranked 350.
So still a scoreless game in the
Again, that don't mean nothing.
for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there.
Yeah, that was 4th.
And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now first carry from Latavius Murray. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Okay, I'm going to go with the banana in the tailpipe play.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. A shotgun snap for Hill. Got a man open. It's Thomas. Touchdown for New Orleans. 8 yards on the touchdown pass as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Well, we had the scoreless first quarter of play. We sure didn't have to wait long into the second quarter to get some action on the scoreboard.
So was the first quarter a feeling out process?
Okay, now it's your turn.
Wasn't it? Because we had some action, we had some good play, just didn't have any points. So now it's game on.
This is DJ Reed returning. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
DJ Reed on the return. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Carson. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up. He can run for it, and he will. And they're going to mark him down short.
Ooh, another 4th and 1.
If that, only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to...
I used to play with Seattle about 5 years ago when they had Earl. I forgot his last name.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. From the gun, it's Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
And a pass complete here to Sanders. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the Seahawks 16-yard line.
2nd and 11. From the gun, here's Hill, and this is incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
And especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. On 3rd down, Hill. And this is going to be intercepted. Good position.
That's ugliness.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big. But in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
3rd and 2, now Wilson. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds.
Oh, yes.
Incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Here we go on 4th with Wilson. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Wilson will throw again. And that'll be incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Rolling to his right. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Brought him down.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. He lets it fly for Lockett. It's caught inside the 25.
No.
And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, you normally talk about the mobility and the accuracy first, but the arm strength, that's what can turn Russ into danger Russ. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And they're going to be waiting for him as they get him behind the line. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the 2nd half. Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they want.
That is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They run it with Carson. And the 2015 first-round pick, Malcolm Brown, brings him down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
A 4-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, Wilson. Airing it out for Olsen. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the Touchdown, Seattle. Greg Olsen.
Good strike.
64 yards. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. The 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there.
And there's an old chestnut of an expression called getting on your horse. And I hate to use it, but I'm going to right here because it absolutely applies. How about the head of steam he had behind him? He was absolutely galloping downfield. That was something to see.
That's complete right around the 8. And he'll be out of bounds. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
They'll run it with Kamara. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Kamara trying again. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Thomas, the lone receiver, left. Now it's the backup Simeon. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara there to make the grab. And the Saints add on to their lead. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who is open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score.
Takes this about 5 yards deep.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. He's at the 30. Look at him go inside the 30. He will take this all the way.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks. To throw is Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's a fumble. And this is picked up by the Saints. He's at the 50.
Come on, fat boy.
40. Past the 20. Got pretty close to
disaster going for two. You cough it up. They almost return it all the way to the other end for two for themselves.
You think electron ball security is in order here? Because and it's not just taking care of it. It's what you just...
Yeah, you better see that run back on your game film forever
They almost gave up a score.
So now
on YouTube.
teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did.
And the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down. It's the veteran K.J. Wright, the disruptive force.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
The job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Another try after the first down sack. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on third and long.
It's Hill. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the
Why are you doing this to us?
Get this drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Airing it out for Olsen. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
And they're going to go for this. Just 1 for 3 so far on 4th down tries. They're trying again. There's Wilson to throw. They'll roll him out right. He may try and run for this. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. Play action. Now Wilson stepping up.
Get ball out.
Run. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 38-yard line.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
Go. Bob's downstairs.
Second and 6.
Yeah.
From the gun, Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. It was the veteran safety, Malcolm Jenkins, who got a hand in there to disrupt it.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Here's Wilson to throw on third down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere.
Why are you doing this to us, Slice Boy?
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it. But in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Throwing again here, Wilson. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. Throwing again, Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. To throw again is Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Buying time to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Credit that sack to Marcus Davenport.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get it down to the play to the 37. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back. But now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
From the gun on third down, Wilson eluding the pressure right. Inside of 2 minutes remaining in a 2-point ball game. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And they've got a fourth down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's complete. They're going to get it first. The fake field catches everyone by surprise. And the Seahawks, a 2-point conversion away from tying the game. And yes, they won.
No, you didn't.
Decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, get points and keep moving.
And it's up and good.
I see your life lot.
Makes the score Seahawks 19, Saints 14.
You trying to get a win.
After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep.
I get.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Their own 24-yard line.
Did you ever hear? It's not whether you win or lose, it's how you play the game. You was playing the game fantastically until now.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before.
Oh, that's face mask?
To try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked.
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays for one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So the penalty yards.
I'm going to have to go for the banana in the tailpipe play.
1st and 10. Now Hill. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. They'll look to throw.
Oh.
Incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his home. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Got to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
20.
Why'd you do this to us?
Zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. Now Simeon. And this is caught. And it's a 3-point game. So they make the decision.
It didn't have to be this way.
It's a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
After the touchdown, wants to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return.
I'm trying to go 1-0, and you trying to make me go 0-1.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you.
Okay, let's go.
Pressure there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins.
Get away from me.
And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go just short, as this is definitely...
Nope. So I still go 1-0. Let's get back in there. See what I got.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to our nation's capital.
Thought we was gonna have a glitch there. Happy. Okay.
Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a foe. When they keep your eyes open, keep you on your toes. You know the ones that want to keep you where you've been before. But I can't go, no I can't go. And whoa, sometimes I need a check.
Let's go back in.
I sat down with my accountant, he said I got good news and I got bad news. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? The bad news is you spent more. Okay. Look, sometimes you need the faith. Sometimes you need...
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Mercedes-Benz Super.
All right, happy Friday. You got Earl Ellis, 58-year-old gamer from the south side of Chicago. Streaming live to you on YouTube. You can check out your game film at EDE-63. I'm 1-0, second stream of the day. Up next is Kobe's World 24 with Green Bay. Let's get it on.
Here, and we are underway from the Superdome. Fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. He'll wind up getting a yard on the
Kobe's World being extremely stingy.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
He's got a 1st down past the 30, and it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a 1st.
42-yard line.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Out of the gun, Hill. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle, but collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in. And they got a nice stop right there for a loss on 1st and goal.
Stingy.
Time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, Hill, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Adrian Amos with a pick, and they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
We're scoreless after 1.
With no score.
The Packers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Working with a 2nd and 4. First carry now for the BYU.
Yes.
Williams. And once more, this play going in the wrong direction. The Saints get to him behind the line again.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls.
I like them.
I'm going to be correct, but I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Able to find Lazard.
Oh, my goodness.
And he will take this into enemy territory as he's out of bounds on the other side of midfield. It's a big play for the Pack on 3rd. 51 yards. So forget about being backed up. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way across midfield. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. That's complete to the former Aggie, Jay Sternberger.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Throwing is Rodgers.
Yes.
Incomplete here.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Rodgers to throw once more. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that's going to make it 4th down. And I don't think this has the
No.
It does not. It's no good. It will remain a scoreless game. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, and other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
This will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
Makes it 3rd.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half.
Let's go with the banana in the tailpipe play.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
Ooh.
It's a little bit easier for this halftime report.
Yes, I will accept that.
Yes, we do.
Well, instead of 4th down after the incompletion, it'll be 1st down, roughing the passer.
Coaches love their defenses to be aggressive, but they want them to be smart as well. Have to leave the quarterback alone at a certain point.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Hill. Over the middle to Smith. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 23 yards on the play.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
From the gun, here's Hill. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. Traquan Smith, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal. From the gun, Hill. And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. If you're a lover of offense, this is been the half for you thus far. Luckily for me, though, I'm sitting next to a lover of defense, and we have had plenty of that, including that interception.
Yeah, and I mean, that still makes it a great game, doesn't it? Everybody talks about if the ball's not in the end zone and points going up on the board, it's not as much fun. I love these defensive battles. Something's got to give with these turnovers. Who can convert them into points?
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Pass hauled in by the 6'2" tight end Sternberger. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Packers.
Here's Rodgers to throw.
Oh.
Incomplete. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Rodgers. He'll get this to Lazard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A final shot before half for Rodgers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So no scoring in our first half. What will the second half bring as we are now back underway? Taken about 7 yards deep. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight. Maybe not this tight, scoreless as we start the third quarter.
I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it a little bit different direction here because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses have been tight in how they've played this game. No one's been loose. No one's been free. They've got to find a way to make some plays, and I don't think you do it if you're really tight in everything that you're doing in the game.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. On the ground, this is Williams. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
To the ground, this time with Jones. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A 2nd and 11 from the 19. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Excuse me.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you're expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
They'll try and get the running game going here with Murray. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup, first down New Orleans. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
It takes me to 2-0. I'll buy that. See if we can find somebody else.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown.
Every Friday, this is Earl Ellis coming to you, 58-year-old gamer from the south side of Chicago. Streaming live to you on YouTube. 2-0 to start off the day. Next up is Remote Cash with Baltimore Ravens. Let's get it on.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And we are underway from the Superdome. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. The first carry now, this is Alvin Kamara. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On second down, Kamara.
Some of the most unselfish players on
Remote Cash being extremely stingy on defense.
allow other people to make tackles, but when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage. Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
From the gun on third, Hill. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
And he gets inside the 35-yard line. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11.
Streaming right now at EDE-63. Now on YouTube.
This is Kamara. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Roger that.
I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right?
It's at Earl. It's Earl Ellis, and then you find EDE-63. It's live.
Open for the coordinator.
Yep.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On the ground, this is Kamara. And he'll be brought
Got one watch, I guess that's the guy I'm playing.
Well, that call makes
Remote
sense.
Cash.
They've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good.
Ooh, he hit me like I stole something.
That's enough to move the chains. Now Hill looking to throw on first. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebacker.
Okay, I'm going to go with the banana in the tailpipe play.
Backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Has expired on the first quarter.
Stingy.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Saints on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun. Hill.
Wasn't even looking.
It's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. No doubt, a very disappointing.
Right, trying to go 3-0 today. Remote cash is being extremely stingy on defense.
Just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now it's Jackson. Caught right side. It's Snead.
Get that ball out.
And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson out to his left. He's going to take off with it. Space to maneuver at the 40.
Get that ball out.
He's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. Geez, I mean, what more can you say about Lamar Jackson? We know that he's got the quickness and the agility, but, you know, if you wanted proof of his straight-line speed, look no further.
And normally when you see guys moving this fast, it might be a fly pattern from a receiver or a toss sweep from a tailback or something like that. This was designed as a passing play, and then he got out of the pocket, and he just took off, and he just kept gaining momentum with every step.
And if you're wondering just how fast he was going, Next Gen Stats says 21.8 miles per hour. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
Good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Facing a fourth down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion.
First down, Baltimore.
Jackson now. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 11 more on that one, and another first down. From the gun, Jackson.
Get that ball.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
Second down from the 8. They can get a first down by reaching the 5. Jackson from the shotgun. His throw incomplete. Des Bryant, the intended receiver. And it's third and short.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
AMW.
To throw is Jackson. That's complete to his running back, J.T.
All right.
And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker, Justin Tucker, out onto the field. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 20.
Yeah, you did.
10, touchdown, New Orleans.
That was a different defense. Oh, over Storm Brave. Well, thank you. This 58-year-old man appreciates that.
Efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Taken about 7 yards deep.
Get the ball, knock the ball loose.
And he'll go down at the 2-yard line. What a disaster there.
Only able to get it to the 2-yard line on his
Yeah, that
return.
didn't work.
Not going to make a lot of friends on your team when you only get it that far.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now we're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary playing a normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's Jackson to throw. And
Good fumble.
Complete, 7 seconds remaining.
How do you get that ball out?
It's now second.
Ref.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson. He uncorks it for Snead. And that's caught inside the 35.
Good throw. Good catch, yep.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only go for a return to the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light thing. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive for a touchdown to give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson. Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and I think they're going to get this one back.
Oh, my goodness.
Turnovers, but instead,
good hit in the air.
On the INT.
The Saints take over 1st and 10.
Tried to bust his head open.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
You gonna keep playing like this? I need to get another touchdown on you.
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. They find some open field here. Touchdown.
Okay, now we can be friends again.
9 yards. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can
Here,
move.
do what you want to do now.
What's good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, wants to kick it off. Taken in the end zone. And not a good return at all. Down inside the 10, all the way back at the 7.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out.
Remember, it's not whether you win or lose, it's how you play the game.
Cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out.
Come on, get him.
Flush to his right. Cameron Jordan so tough to
on the 1.
Gets in there to record the sack.
As I was watching the play unfold, my eyes immediately went to the referee because I wanted to see, was he going to put those 2 hands over his head? That universal signal for a safety?
That's just wrong. Where's the ref?
When you get sacked that close to the goal line.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second
down
and 17. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. 5 yards gets him back near the original line of scrimmage as he'll be left with a 3rd and long. From the gun, Jackson. He completes it to Bryant.
Look at this. Stop doing that.
That 3rd down conversion good for 23. Now Jackson on 1st down. Bryant with a catch right side. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's another 1st down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. Jackson's throw on target to Willie Snead. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
And the Raven 1st down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. To throw again is Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over it, and they got there to break that one up.
Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans. Rolling along here in the 3rd quarter. 2nd and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Jackson will throw again. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn.
Come on, come on.
And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield.
So that's back-to-back drives with a 3rd and interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And across midfield, he goes into Raven territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3.
Hello?
Again, it's
here we go.
This won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support. And I think the way that he gets there is
He's gone too long.
is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the fourth. The Saints on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. A strong 8 yards will keep this.
They're being extremely stingy.
Carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Four receivers to keep tabs on here. 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5. A shotgun snap for Hill.
Dag nabbit, you was right there.
Point they need. Picked off near the 26. 30.
I don't have nobody.
20, 10. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a touchdown.
We're having problems with you.
Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
And he'll get into the end zone.
What are you doing, man?
Conversion is successful.
What are you doing? You trying to win?
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is
I'm trying to go 3-0, man. You sitting here trying to mess that all up.
in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Another important fourth-quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. Fourth quarter is ours. Well,
there you go. Thank you.
Fingers for 4-minute offense. And this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way.
I'm going to put the game on his shoulders.
And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. Kamara with a carry on first down, but this defense...
You're being so stingy, man. It's not whether you win or lose. It's how you play the game.
They've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground.
I mean, what?
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
They run it again with Kamara. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Let the time run out. Get to 2 minutes. 4 quarters. This is Earl Ellis, 58-year-old gamer from the south side of Chicago. Trying to go 3-0 to start off today. Remote cash is standing in the way. At the end of the game, I'll be handing out the accolades and showing you the ranking of my worthy opponent.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense.
Got to.
Stop it right out of the break with 150.
You're making this all difficult. Why you got to do this? I thought we had something. We could have had something great.
Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
He'll now throw. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Well, this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his third interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Okay, you sit here trying to win, man. I need you just to relax.
Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL,
relax your muscles.
offensive stars. They touch.
Thank you. That's what I'm talking about, man.
P.J. Williams with a pick. And they have the football and will take over at the 20.
Oh, you did that for me. That's the Madden gods. Shot it down on the old man.
That is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball.
Oh, let me get out of this
Finish things off.
and do this.
At the 24-yard line.
Baltimore always gives me problems.
They come up 2nd and 10. Time to ground it out now with Murray. And some room to maneuver. Latavius Murray.
Yes.
New Orleans.
There, now we can be friends again.
76 yards. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. So there, Charles, I mean, a situation.
Look at this.
No matter how far he had
What kind of kick is that?
not going to be.
All right, onside.
Taking this all the way to the end zone.
And how about the situation that we're in right now? Because this is the
I was telling you.
So you know there's some tired legs out there on defense and probably some tired minds as well trying to chase guys around for 4 quarters. But this is where conditioning, athleticism, that separates the good backs from the great backs. And that was an A-plus effort right there.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evident.
Uh-oh. You right there. Well, roger that.
Next gen stats.
There you go here. I'm going to just go ahead and blitz you with reckless abandonment. See what you can do.
Here's Jackson. Man open left.
Uh-oh, no you didn't. No you didn't.
And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10.
Stop that.
That one good for 37 yards. Throwing now is Jackson. And this is
Drop that ball.
late touchdown. So hold it.
Oh, man.
Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere.
You still doing it.
Score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Tucker with the extra.
Okay.
And now things get a bit.
All right, we'll do the onside with you. 18-21. 1 minute and 1 second left. You trying to do the damn thing. Here, let's get away from him.
This one in. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though. Now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort.
I mean, why are you doing this to us? It was still a great game without you trying to win.
It was our only option, and now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
I'm not taking nothing and kneeling.
On first
Oh
down,
boy, trying to give me the flux capacitor.
up there, it'll be 2nd and 8.
Let's see, do this.
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well because we've seen a lot of football.
All right.
Coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy on the
You know what?
stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL?
See what you got.
The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
No. Oh, he caught that?
Now we'll get a quick time.
Okay, here.
New Orleans, number 2.
Let's see what else I got.
Just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. and incomplete.
Yeah.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement.
Let's do
In
this.
case, he just stared the receiver
Let's
down
do
and
this.
allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Now Lutz for the field goal try. This one from 35 yards away. The kick by Lutz is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there,
Touchdown wins it.
moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
I don't get mad. I don't get even.
They're down.
I said I don't get mad and I don't get even. Do you think?
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation.
Oh, let's do this.
Season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to down. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we see both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. And I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Brown. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final.
It's the last one.
It'll be their 3rd and final timeout. So as they talk things over,
It's all on you, Remote Cash.
Jackson to throw. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Uh-oh. You're in danger, Molly.
Jenkins on the coverage.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
Yeah, he did. Here we go. One more throw.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Yeah, take it back.
This one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders.
Fumble.
As Sanders has it poked free. So this one a victory here for New Orleans, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense, and what I
Mocash ranked 42,782. Big shout out to Mocash.
Yeah. That's a flag on the play. Yeah. Flag on the play. Hold up. That's a flag on the play. Let's go. Touchdown, I just scored a whole bucket. I just dropped the bag on the tag, ain't nothing. Make 'em throw a flag when I pass, come through stunning. Call me tired, girl, and hit the hole, then I'm running. Get money, you ain't tryna get that second flag on the play. Hating from the sideline, a flag on the play. Like Julio with them Falcons, I just made a play. In the red zone, going strong, watch me shake and bake. Let's go. I just took off with that rock, just like Tyreek Hill. I just count 100 racks, that's a whole field. He don't want no championship, get him out of here. I just gotta set like I run up in the backfield. I just gotta set like I ran up on a quarterback. Shake and bake, make a play just like a quarterback. We ain't worrying about no formers, we ain't staying there. Running off the block, yeah, I'm something like a linebacker. I got juice like a Fanta, how you like it? I'm on purple, I'm on yellow like a Viking. All these plays that I'm catching, I done gone crazy. I do my thing, 6 range just like Tom Brady. Touchdown, I just scored a whole bucket. I just dropped the bag on the tag, ain't nothing. Make 'em throw a flag when I pass, come through stunning. Call me tired, girl, and hit the hole, then I'm running. Get money, you ain't tryna get that second flag on the play. Hating from the sideline, a flag on the play. Like Julio with them Falcons, I just made a play. In the red zone, going strong, watch me shake and bake. I'm in the field like a panther, I done up the standards. Like Michael Vick in Atlanta when it's time to scramble. Neck full of water.
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we're at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. Just a short time ago, the Buccaneers emerging from their tunnel to the roar of this frenzied crowd here in the Sunshine State. And we're in the big ship, and fittingly, everyone here ready to do battle as Tampa Bay gets ready to match up with the New Orleans Saints. Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And off we go from Tampa. Taken in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
First and 10. Here's Brady. And he's taken down here by the Saints. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Another try after the first down sack. Brady. Gronkowski's got it on the crossing route. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for third. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Give them the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other is used.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara, and he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. It was Jason Pierre-Paul who was able to get him down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
5 yards on the pickup, and just like that, it's third down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. We're scoreless after 1.
That's the end of the first quarter with no score.
The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it 2nd down and 11. Out of the gun, Hill. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Latavius Murray. 29 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on 1st down. They're ahead of the chains now.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
That's good for 28 yards.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Again, it's Brady. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. It's been all passing all the time on this drive. 5 for 5, and now first and goal.
Feels like a case of until they stop us, we might as well keep running the offense that we like to run. Don't change up and do something different just because you think you need to.
That gets them 3 yards closer here as it brings up second and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. Shotgun now for Brady. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara, but it'll be second down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Here now is second and 10, again from the 41. To throw again, Hill. Being chased out left. 20! Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A first down there on a pickup of 25. From the gun, here's Hill, and brought in by the tight end Cook. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 12 more yards there and another first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
throwing once more. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. CD, for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And this one through the uprights and good.
Saints 14, Buccaneers nothing. Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Pulls it in at the 13. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Conditions on the return. The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
The final shot before half for Brady. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. Fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. Throwing on second down. Hill. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The sack by the Super Bowl champion and Pro Bowler Jason Pierre-Paul. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Here's Mickens to return. Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And, Charles, they trail by a couple of scores, but if they could put a good drive together here and go a long way toward getting them back in this football game.
And if you're looking at a checklist of things that they need to do in the second half, job number 1 was getting a stop, wasn't it? So, big check right there. Now they want to see if their offense can build on that momentum.
Brady now on first down. That's complete to his running back, Evans.
Let's go.
And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Brady. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Brady again. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Tom Brady with a touchdown pass to Chris Godwin. And the Bucs have made this a 1-score game. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point put through by Succop, and that'll make our score 14-7. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Taken in the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. They begin on the ground with Kamara. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
2nd and 5 now. Hill, that's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Levante David in on the tackle.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 2nd and 7, Hill. That'll be complete to Cook. The 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jared Cook, 54 yards, and the Saints add on to their lead. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded in the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10 at their own 13. He'll throw from the gun. Over the middle to Evans. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Back now in Tampa. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the fourth quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard.
They don't know my name. I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. Tie me up in chains. I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. They say fall and you let go, but I know I got an antidote to retain some kind of self-control. Look inside my head through a telescope. You erase all the calls from a telephone. No sense of smile, maybe tell a joke. Holding back your tears, singing minimal syllables. Yeah, look at me, I the asylum. Was a fate or mistake, cause the time ain't up. Yeah, the parts of my mind don't get much love. If you want in my head, come and call me up.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the New Orleans Saints. Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field. This will make it into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
First carry now for David Montgomery. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
On second down, Montgomery. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Now Trubisky to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
It is one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They'll indeed go for it with Trubisky. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away in the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position. And to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4. A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Saints have taken the early lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Now this will make it into the end zone. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. He finds an opening past the 40. And all the way out to the 45-yard line. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
56,
Trubisky will throw. And this throw will be intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
This is it!
So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all of those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out and in a hurry.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And he'll go down at the 28. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
First and 10, Hill. Left side here to Sanders. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
13-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Hill. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
14. Bears nothing. Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Now this will make it into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Coming right, this is Montgomery on the toss. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he is not going to get the first down as they'll spot this at about the 28. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Here we go on 4th down with Trubisky. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
On 2nd down now, it's Montgomery. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A 15-yard touchdown run. And the Bears draw a bit closer.
I can't help it, partner. I love backs who have a lot of burst.
Yeah, they ran the toss play. By the way, sometimes you'll hear toss and pitch used interchangeably, but that was the toss.
Well, for me, a toss, quarterback takes the snap, turns around, tosses it to
like
the tailback.
Like an egg underhand.
Yeah, like an egg underhand, really with two hands. And a pitch, usually like you're running an option-type play, and you pitch it out there to the trailing back.
Goes end over end like a field goal.
Yeah, where you turn it over, make sure that thumb turns down, and the ball flips end over end slowly and delicately to your running back.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Saints take over first and 10.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
3-yard pickup. Brings up second and 7.
Throwing again on second down. Hill. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Wow. Picked off by Khalil Mack. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Not much there, only a yard.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now a run with Montgomery. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. He pushed forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
4th and 1.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Running for it, Montgomery. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
56 to Mike. 56 to Mike. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Now Montgomery. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Second and 8. Montgomery on the counter. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
3rd and 10.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
O'Donnell to kick off for Chicago.
Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Harris on the return. The Saints take over first and 10.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And this one is incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. But now it's third down.
He's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Throwing on third down, Hill. And he finds Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down. And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
They run it again with Kamara. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on third and long. Thomas. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. On the return, Carter. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Bears take over.
At their own 20-yard.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense just came up with a stop right out of the locker room, and now can the offense take advantage?
Yeah, we don't want to turn this into something that it's not. It's only a one-score game, so it's not exactly a crucial possession. But at the same time, they'd like to get things started and at least come away with 3 points.
Brings up second and 8.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line.
That's me, baby.
He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down. I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game. And on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this returnable for Harris. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. 11 yards there, first down.
And the Saints, first down.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Operating from the gun, Hill. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
So into Bear territory now. This is first and 10 at the 39-yard line. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. Fighting his way through contact. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
First down, New Orleans.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on first and 10. On the ground, Kamara. And they'll get this down to the 10. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might.
And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jared Cook there to make the grab. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Lutz good on the extra point. And it's now 21-7.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
And this is a situation where defensively, Brandon, you're going to be so excited. It's getting late. You've got the lead. No reason to not just pin your ears back and go. Bring the pressure. And here they hit him as he's releasing the football, and that's going to help lead to the interception.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Trubisky brings the Bears up first and 10 at the 20. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. And he completes it to Cohen. A call it no gain there on the first down play.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Montgomery. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The Bears on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now it's Trubisky. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. He's going to let it fly. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Now Lutz for the field goal try. This to make it a 3-score game late. And Lutz's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Well, they were a little too excited to get the football, touched it before it went 10 yards.
And that's so difficult, isn't it? Because sometimes you can just take a bad hop and veer into your lane or into your body. In this case, though, they touched it before 10. Illegal touching is the call.
On the ground, it's Montgomery. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Looking to throw Trubisky on 1st down. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Trey Hendrickson. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another try after the 1st down sack. Trubisky.
And quickly into the hands of Robinson.
Well, they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. That's just his 2nd catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game. They've done a great job of doing that.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the linebacker, Demario Davis.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 13-yard.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Defensively, you've got the nice lead here in the fourth quarter. You're saying, if they want to get a run of a little over 10 yards, that's okay.
I hear what you're doing there, and I think you're onto something. They've loosened up on defense, so don't get fooled by the nice runs you're getting now. You've got to get bigger plays, possibly think about throwing the football a bit more here.
Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. On second down, it's Montgomery. The broken tackle, but couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Trubisky now to throw on third down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And this came from the interior of the defensive line, and these guys, they're normally anchors of that spot, and they don't often get clear shots at the quarterback. But in this case, he got past the center of the guard in no time and got there to make the play.
That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. A little insult to injury here late in the game. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it? And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 12 yards is the pickup there, and it'll move the chains.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. One last shot for Trubisky. That's complete to Mooney. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. So this one a victory here for New Orleans. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team.